Hello, welcome to Divinely Different Tarot. I'm Ashley Dawn, and today's pick a card is going to be what is happening in this connection. I wanted to do something very different in this reading, something I don't think I've done before. But I don't know. I saw this other reader doing it, and then I'm like, well, I mean, there's a couple other things I'd want to know too. So I don't know. Just figured I take the inspiration, right? So, fair warning, a quick update. I'm going to be doing a bunch of things next week. So, the next couple weeks are going to be very, very chaotic for me. So, readings will be iffy, I guess is the right word for it, because I'm not really sure when I'm going to put them out. I do have another reading I want to do. There was this one I really was thinking about doing, and there's another one that I want to do, and it's for the people that just don't care about for romance for right now. They're just working on other things, so I try to get both people. Lately I've been doing a lot on the romance just because it's a lot easier for me. So, yeah. So hopefully in the next 2 days, because next week, like I said, is going to be super busy, and the following week is also going to be very busy, actually. So... excuse me, sporadic, randomly videos. Sorry about that. Ugh. Okay. So what I did that was different in this reading was I chose from the masculine's point of view, and I did from the feminine's point of view. So you take it as it resonates. When I say he or she, just know that I'm talking you can figure out where to put it. That's like what you're supposed to do. I'm supposed to read, and you're supposed to figure out where that energy goes. I know it sounds crazy, but that's just how it is. Okay, but anyways, I wanted to go. So for the masculine energy, originally I was going to use this new tarot deck I just recently got gifted, but when I took it out to work with it, I was told to put it back and to work with something else. Actually, I was told specifically to work with the Celtic Tarot, which is not something I tend to work with a lot anymore, just because it's a very powerful deck. If you are interested in tarot and you would like a powerful deck, I recommend getting the Celtic deck, because it's a very powerful deck. So I use, I use Celtic for the masculine energy. For the feminine, I use Light Seer Tarot, just as powerful, but not as dark. And then what's the connection between the feminine and the masculine, obviously? So I used Island Oracle just to kind of get a gist of what's going on. And then I wanted to see the outcome of what would happen between this connection between the both of you. So I used Angel Romance for that. And then to get the best outcome, I got some advice for it using Love Oracle. Now, when I was meditating on your stuff, and I was like, okay, well, what's the outcome of each of these piles? And what came to mind when I was thinking that was somebody is going to be getting married, somebody is going to be saying goodbye to somebody, and somebody else is going to be exploring the connection. So there are the three answers. Where they go, I have no idea. So we will be figuring that out. Now, because some of these decks that I use are a bit sexual, we'll be facing up today looking at me, which is why I wear my super adorable freaking witch dress. I love this dress. I got one in black too. I know. I'm that into this dress. Okay, so for my pile one, we have I love crafting. Ooh. For my pile two, we have unicorn. And for my pile three, we have when words fail, music speaks. So again, I'll bring this down just for a moment. There's too much nakedness. Pile one, pile two, and pile three. Timestamps are in the description box below. Also, if you're interested in a personal reading, that information's in the description box below as well. I won't ever reach out to you. You have to come to me if you want a reading, or pick your fellow psychic. Also, information for donating to the channel is in the description box below, and I think that is all. So, if you guys have requests for videos, like if there's something that you're interested in or that you want to see more of, Let me know in the comments below. I try to get to requested videos within 2 to 5 days, but it's usually like 2 to 3 days because I like to do them. So yeah, there's that. But I will go ahead and meet you at your pile. So remember, timestamps description box below. Whatever you feel is, right for you. You meditate on it if you have to. Pause the video if you have to. You do what you gotta do, okay? But I will meet you at your pile. So see ya. Daddy, daddy, do, 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 do. Huh. Okay, my pile one. If you chose I love crafting, this is definitely your pile. So, first of all, I love crafting too. It is so fun. Like, seriously, I have a lot of different crafts that I like to do. I like to sew, I like to work with hot glue, making like fairy things and all kinds of Halloween decorations. Like, dude, when I say I like to craft, I mean I like to craft. I like crocheting. I like literally all kinds of things. Let me know in the comments what you like to work on for crafting as well, because like I'm genuinely curious. Like, I don't find a lot of crafters, so just let me know if you'd like to. If you don't want to share, I understand. I get it. I was like that for a really long time too, so I get it. All right, now we're just going to move into the reading because I know it's what you're here for. I would be here for it too. Anyway, so for the masculine energy, the feeling that's going on, like how they're feeling about this connection. Okay, so there is, I feel like this masculine has actually been really working towards what makes them happiest, like what it is that will make them, like their dream, their biggest dream. Like, I feel like there's been a lot of manifesting in this connection, and I feel like there's manifestation on the masculine's part, but I also feel like the feminine, like I feel like that's got a lot of manifestation going on, like more than the masculine that's going on. Actually, the feminine energy has been opening a lot of doors in this connection. I feel like the feminine in this connection is very smart, like genius smart, okay? And because they are like so fucking brilliant, they open up all of these doors and help people see things that they didn't see before. I also feel like the feminine energy has been opening herself up to more, like I was gonna say more in general, like just opening up their mind to what is out there and to exploring so much more than just what is right in front of your eyes, but what is further down the line. And I feel like because the feminine has been going through all of these changes, they've been like, and they have, like, I feel like they've broken so many cycles, so many thought processes, like, that have been holding them back. They've been doing the work, okay? The feminine in this connection has been doing the work. And I feel like because they've been doing the work, they've transformed. They are a completely different person than when you guys had first met. Like, when this connection first started, it was completely different. This feminine was a completely different person. But now that they see more than they have ever seen before and understand more than they understood before, I feel like they're changing the cycle. Like, I don't know. I feel like they were supposed to be stuck in a cycle for like a little bit longer, like that was, the plan for them. But because something, I don't know, something I feel like has happened to the feminine to where that made them want to open up their minds and to explore the potential. And it was like literally just like if we were to go in a time frame kind of thing, it's like a few months. The feminine learned something a few months before they were supposed to, and they're doing something with it. They are changing things up. They are changing the cycles, how things are, the way that things have been going. So I do feel like the feminine is definitely manifesting a new cycle, something new that fits their vibration a lot better than, no offense, but this masculine, because this masculine currently in this connection is not at the same level as the feminine. And I know that sounds odd. I mean, it just takes a little time sometimes for one of us to catch up. Like, I said, the 3 months could be just the difference. Like, this masculine is almost where they're supposed to be at. They're just one step behind the feminine in this current energy, just because, like, I feel like it's like they're just trying to make sure they have everything that they need to move forward. Plus, they also recently got out of some sort of an illusion. Like, they had this illusion in their mind for such a long time, like some kind of idea of what something was for such a long time. And I feel like it could be talking about the feminine, or it could be talking about a relationship that they're in. It's like they had thought this for such a long time on it, and now they're starting to see the truth of it, what it really is. And I feel like it's really because the feminine sees more than she has ever seen. And because the feminine sees more than she's ever seen, that actually kind of leaks into the masculine, who starts seeing things as the feminine, as their own higher, being. So I feel like that's exactly what's happening here. It's like the feminine is kind of like helping the masculine in an unknown way. But like, and it's interesting though, because it's like this masculine had this idea that they are so far, they have all of this stuff done. They only have this little bit left they have to go before they can have everything that they've ever wanted. But they're starting to realize, actually, I still have these 3 major issues that I keep letting get to me. And there's a unicorn in this picture as well, like in one of these cards. I'll show it to you. So there might be a connection between this pile and pile 2 with the unicorn. But I do feel like, yes, this masculine starting to realize, okay, well, I'm not exactly where I thought I was going to be at this time, at this point in my life, but I'm starting to realize that there are things I can do to get me to that point. But I do see like 3 major, like, okay, so for some people, some things that they have to work on before they can make this a divine connection happen is that they have to, some people have things they gotta look at from their past, things that have held them back from their childhood, traumatic events is another thing too. But for this particular masculine, I feel like it's 3 major relationships with 3 feminines at some point in their life. Like, it could be a mother, it could be a sister, it could be exes. Like, I feel like there are 3 major feminines in their life that they have to like learn to forgive, not only them but themselves when it comes to these people as well. Like, that is what this masculine is starting to realize, that hey, I gotta heal this shit before I can move forward, before I can do anything. All right, moving on to what this connection is. This connection could be a few different things, okay? Like, and this is going to sound confusing, the next few decks that I'm going to be reading, just because I feel like if these both of these energies were at the same level, like if they were both at the feminine energy or if they were both at the masculine energy, something no, if they were both at the feminine energy, something could happen. Not if they were in the masculine energy, just because currently the masculine is still working through this illusion that they had of themselves and of what they had of the relationships and how far they've come in their life. So I do feel like because the masculine is stuck on this, that's why this can't go any further. But if they were at the same level as the feminine, like open-minded, had already gone through all of this transformation, or has gone through so much of a transformation that they've completely changed and they're changing their cycle up. If they were at this point, there was a huge possibility of permanence, of growth between the both of you. But like I feel like the feminine, because they've been, exploring their open-mindedness, that they have been growing, and because they've been doing that, it's kind of forced the masculine to grow as well. This relationship it could have been stable. It's not stable at the moment. And I do feel like the masculine feels very secure when it comes to the feminine. Do not feel like the feminine feels this so much about that. I do kind of feel like somebody here, I think it's the masculine, wants to call the feminine to let them know, hey, I'm thinking about you. I've been thinking about you a lot. They want to express some kind of interest in you. But the problem is, the masculine doesn't love themselves. Sorry to say, but like I said, they still have a few things that they need to work out. And it's like working those things out will lead to their self-love. And I know it sounds crazy, but self-love is the only way you're going to find divine love. Like, I get it's a hard concept for a lot of people, but it's a truth, like it's just how it happens. You can't love somebody else and expect somebody to love you. If you can't even love yourself, it doesn't work that way. Okay? And I feel like this masculine's kind of trying to jump over that. They don't want to try to heal that, or they don't know how to heal that. So they're going to try to be like, hey, feminine, like, I really love you. I really miss you. I want to spend time with you and hang out with you. And feminine is going to be like, no, I'm sorry, but you still have work that you need to do, and I'm in a great place in my life right now, and I want to continue I want to explore things. I want to get out there and, see what could be or what could not be, because you're not at the right state of mind. I need you to do better. Like, I love you, but I need you to do better. And I feel like that's exactly what she would say too, or what this feminine would say to the masculine. So I do feel like a masculine is about to reach out to a feminine, trying to go out on a date or hang out, and the feminine is going to be like, no, I'm sorry, but you need to fix yourself before there can be a you and I. Okay, now the outcome of this situation, which is interesting because I did say the feminine's going to say no. An unrequited love came out here. I do not think that it means that it's unrequited love. I just feel like it means this feminine really wants the masculine to be in a better place than what they're in at right now. Don't come to me when you're, broken down. Like, I've seen you broken down. I've been there for you this whole time. I've been giving you, like, I feel like the feminine's like, I've been giving you, this light. I've been trying to show you how to get up here, how to be up in this area, but you're not taking it, and I need you to take it. If you don't take this, I have to look somewhere else. Like, and I feel like that's exactly what the feminine is trying to say in this connection. It's not that there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. It's just there's not enough love on the masculine side for themselves to make this relationship go. And because I love that it says this. So, like, this is what I mean by unrequited love, and then right after that it says love yourself first. This person does not love themselves enough to make a relationship work. It will always be codependent in some kind of a way because of that. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And I do truly feel like that. I feel like once you love yourself and you can, like, give to yourself and, like, do the things that you need for you, that's when things really, that's when you can actually find love, and you can give yourself to love, and the person can give their self love, love to you. Like, I just feel like the masculine needs a little more love on themselves before the feminine can even give them, like, a chance. It is safe for you to love this person, but they do have a little bit of work that they have to continue doing. So keep working on you. You keep doing you. You've been doing freaking fantastic. Feminine has been doing fantastic. Fantastic. Masculine has a little more work they got to do. I mean, shit, you know, we're not all fucking perfect. So, but okay, so it says, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of love. And I do feel like that is such great freaking advice when you're trying to love yourself, is by opening your heart to give and to receive the highest energy of love. Because there is love everywhere. There's hate everywhere, but there's also love. And I'm asking you to open your heart up to love, okay? And like love from the divine, love from yourself, love from the universe, love from everywhere that you can look, you know? And also, the most important thing is look within yourself, you know? Like, there are things about yourself that I'm pretty sure you love, you know, that you really like. There are things that you probably really don't like, you know? And it's like, take a look at it. Why don't you like that about yourself? Okay, is it something you can change? Okay, well, how can you change it? Put forth the action. If it's not something that you can change about yourself and it just is a part of who you are, then you have to learn to accept it and to love it, you know, as a part of who you are. Because first of all, nobody is going to be like you. Nobody is a clone of anybody. Yeah, we have similarities. We all have similarities to people. That is what makes us so connected. But I feel like this is more about finding the connection within yourself and loving yourself, you know, finding that connection and seeing, hey, this is actually very beautiful. It's very unique. Nobody is like this. Nobody is as stubborn, but as giving, you know, like, just like, I feel like that's something. Okay, so free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So I feel like for the masculine, that is something that's really got to happen. Like, I felt like the masculine has given a lot of their energy and time to the things that have held them back in their past, and like the relationships, like the three main relationships or the three women in their life. It's like they had let them take so much of their power, and it's like they don't know how to take it back. So it's time for you to take back control of your life. Take your power back. I want you to literally say out loud, I take my power back. Say it 3 times. 3 is a very, very, very powerful number. And I personally always feel a lot better doing so, but like, I don't know, you have to you have to believe it. You have to genuinely believe it. And words are very powerful, magical things. So be careful with what you say. I also feel like this masculine needs to free themselves from this little box they put themselves inside of. It's like they keep themselves chained up to this idea of what they're supposed to be, of who they're supposed to be, and they're not even letting themselves go forward. Like, I feel like they see the feminine, oh, I see how beautiful you are, I see how wonderful and how great you're doing, and I want to tell you how great and wonderful I think you're doing, but I don't have enough love for myself, and I don't know how to say, hey, I love you, you know, without being codependent about it, without sounding like a dick. Okay, so now the advice to get to the best outcome would be, it is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give it to yourself. See what I mean? It's literally time for yourself, like time to take you time out. You know, this is the, I feel like this is the exploring pile. I don't think the feminine wants to say goodbye. I think they just want you to work on yourself, just like they've been working on themselves, okay? They don't want you to focus on what they're doing. They want you to focus on what you need to do for yourself. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. See, and I do feel like once you let go of the past, once you release it, once you take back control of your life, you know, like that's when this new path will be really seen by you. I mean, I think it's been there for a while now, and I feel like this path actually leads to the feminine, but because the past has been holding them back, keeping them like locked up in this box, like the masculine's being locked up in this box by the way that, you know, by their past and the way that they, you know, feel about it. And because they can't let go of it, you know, they can't come forward. They can't see this path with this feminine. We have surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. And I feel like it's just talking about letting go of the past, letting go of the things that is hard for you to forgive, you know, including when it comes to like people. And I feel like that is something that's hard for this masculine to do, is to forgive the people in their lives, especially themselves. I feel like that's a hard one for them as well. Like, you know, first of all, you didn't know what kind of person that person was. You didn't know any better, you know, like You don't know what you do know now, okay? You don't know what you know now back then. So, like, don't let it, break you up. Like, you can't do that to yourself. That's not fair. We are all human. We all make mistakes. You learn from those mistakes. Those things that you're so angry at yourself about, just hold them as like a tool, like, these are the things to look out for next time so that I don't fall for those same tricks again, and that is literally what it's about, is to learn from those mistakes and don't fall for them again. All right. Then we have, oh my God, and I said transformation earlier too, like the feminine is transforming. We have transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. And I do feel like, like, it's gonna sound funny, but keeping your distance, like the feminine keeping their distance from the masculine and trying to like let them grow on their own is actually really helping them. And I do think that along the because you're doing that because you're giving the masculine the time to take time out for themselves, to heal themselves, it's like that's what transforms this relationship, because you gave them the time that they needed to be alone to heal, and they're like very appreciative of this. And I said manifesting miracles. Your dream is too soon Oh, your dream is soon to become a reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. Like, I feel like your heart's been telling you what to do this whole time, and I feel like you've been listening to it. So don't stop listening to it. Like, your heart wants you to be happy, and I do feel like the dream that you're wanting, the outcome that you're wanting, and for the masculine included, like, I feel like that is possible as long as you take the time to do the work that you need to do. Stop falling for illusion. Stop making something up about yourself and live by your truth. Seek your own truth. Speak it. But this is all I have for you, my pile one. Okay, I hope this was helpful. If it was helpful, let me know by hitting that like button or letting me know in the comments below how it resonated with you. I'm going to move on to my pile two. So may we meet again. Bye. Okay, my pile two. If you chose the unicorn, this is your pile. Now, I thought there was some kind of a connection between pile one and pile two. So if you're from pile one and continue to watch from pile two. Honestly, I'm not sure where this connection is. For some of you, it could be the feminine just deciding to move on. For others, if you. It could. I'm just going to get into it, okay? We're going to start with the masculine energy. Okay, so the masculine energy, somebody is stuck. They're stuck on something from the past. This is, continuous of pile one, really. But this person is stuck on the past, something that they had lost. Like, it could be a lost love, or it could be an ex. Lost love meaning somebody that has passed that they had loved. It's interesting though, because like this masculine is very protected and very powerful as well. Like I feel like they've been finding their balance. They have found a balance actually, and it's weird because like I feel like they've got like some kind of an ancestor, or maybe it is a lost loved one that is like guiding them towards this balance and like keeping them in balance. But there is something about their money. It's like they've lost money or they are currently losing some. Like, I don't know, somebody could have a slight spending habit. And I feel like, it's the masculine, of course, that has this slight spending habit or it just keeps losing money. Um, it's like this masculine, like, because I see there is a young woman here, a young feminine energy, and an older feminine energy, like a mother or a grandmother, and then there's like a sister or a lover. And they're both watching over this masculine, helping them keep a balance inside of their life. But it's like, I feel like this masculine has a hard time keeping that balance. And that's why these people are like, staying and watching over them is to make sure they keep this balance. This masculine may have 2 children. I just heard heartbroken. I feel like this masculine's heartbroken. He's been heartbroken. I feel like he could have just lost somebody that he's very close to, somebody that he loved. It could have been, all right. So I'm getting this is like the storyline I'm getting for some people. It's like this masculine was married with somebody that he loved very much, and she passed. And left him with 2 children, and the children are, I would say, they're about teenagers. Um, So I'm getting that for some of you, she's passed, and for others of you, she just disappeared. Like she just left. I heard for some of you, it's she just didn't want to be a mother anymore. She just didn't want that life anymore. But like I said, this masculine is very protected. They also have like, I don't know, like a few different spots, like a few different homes. Like, but I'm just getting like a few different spots or a few different areas where they can like have their children rest or stay. Something is going on in this masculine's head that's keeping him in a circles, really. On to the feminine energy. Also, feminine energy was, not now, was stuck. They were torn up, that's for sure. Like they just kept bombarding themselves with anxieties and depressions, and like I feel like what ifs were like constant things that they were thinking about, but all of this was inside of their head, you know. Like I don't think this person realized how tied up they had themselves until something happened to where they had a bit of a tower moment, I guess you could say. There is no tower that came out, but I feel like somebody had a bit of a tower moment. I'm hearing a health scare or some sort of scare that like kind of woke them up from this idea, because I do feel like this person was very codependent on you. are on the masculine. I feel like this feminine was very codependent on the masculine. Didn't really want to see anything else, but this person was obsessed. But there's something about this feminine, they broke out of the way that they had felt. It's like somebody made them take a look at themselves and see what they were doing. And for, like I said, for others of you, it really was just a health scare, and they just like woke the fuck up from that, and they're like, all right, well, I know that I deserve this kind of thing. Like, I don't know, like I feel like somebody feels like they deserve love, and they thought that that's what they would have with this person, with this masculine. But this masculine has got their own like drama going on right now. And I mean, of course, like you lose somebody, of course there's going to be some stuff that's going on, some healing that needs to take place. And I feel like that's exactly what this masculine is trying to do, as they're trying to heal at the moment. They're trying to keep their own balance, you know, because they know that they have to be the one that's keeping balance. But I do feel like this feminine, I do feel like they were in a lot of, they were in, so depressed, they were so anxious about something that, you know, they kept waiting on. They were waiting on it for such a long time. I feel like they were waiting for this masculine to come in, you know, that has recently lost somebody. But I don't feel like the masculine's even looking this way, not even paying attention to what's going on. I do feel like the people that are watching over him do see that. They do see the feminine, and they're trying to get them to remain balanced so that they can come towards you. But I love how the older lady looks. Okay, she's like, uh-oh, something's gonna happen. This person's gonna, like, something's happening. You know, like, so this is what I mean. Okay, so this would be you, the masculine. I know, feminine, right? But this would be you keeping your balance, right? And this is somebody that the young feminine that has passed over, or that is an ancestor, family, somebody watching over you that is helping you keep the balance. Literally, they have one hand on you, keeping you balanced. But then you have the, and you know, and she's watching forward, seeing what is going, you know, happening for you. This is why they're keeping balance. And she, the older feminine, is like looking that way, like, oh fuck, something's gonna happen, something's wrong, you know, like they're worried. They're very worried. This older, or this older feminine is very worried about something. Okay, for some of you, I got that this masculine is stuck on a cycle that has kept them locked up, and it includes a young lady or a wife or something along those lines. And there is an older feminine energy that knows that this person is stuck, and it's like they're getting something out of it, and they don't want the masculine to be away from this cycle. Okay, back to the feminine energy. So like I said, this feminine energy was really depressed about something that they were waiting on, that they were like hoping would come in, and it never came in. Like, I don't think anything had come in. I don't think that doesn't mean nothing is coming in. I just don't think that thing was right for you, that you were waiting for, or they're not in the right energy. And I do feel like because you've waited on it for so long, I'm hearing 3, so it could be like 3 years that you've been waiting for this person. You're done waiting. You're not going to wait anymore. Like, that's what I'm really getting, is like you're so over this whole waiting thing, that you've taken yourself out of this depression, and you're like, I'm done with it. I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to cry over this person any longer. You know, like, you had grieved this loss. You have grieved this heartache. Well, this feminine has grieved this heartache that they have actually moved forward. Like, actually, one second. I want to grab... I want to grab a couple cards really quick. I'm going to see what is this feminine doing at this point, you know? All right, so since this feminine is not in a grieving process, what is she doing now? What is this feminine doing in my pile too? How do they feel towards this masculine now? All right. Okay. So I feel like this feminine took a lot of alone time. You know, they needed their alone time to get away from things, and it's like they figured out exactly what they want to do now. They have an idea of what they want. They have an idea of what they deserve. Like, I feel like this feminine, because they had went through this like pain in the ass torture. Like, I feel like they did so much self-healing in this process of like figuring out that this person's not going to come forward, you know, and they're not going to keep, you know, feeling bad for yourself that this person hasn't come in yet. I feel like the feminine like took all of that and is like, well, this is what I want. Okay, and I know I deserve this, so I'm going to have it. And it's like they're so set upon this that they're making it happen. They are literally manifesting exactly what it is that they know they deserve and that they want. They're not paying attention to anything else now except that. So I like that. The feminine is paying attention and manifesting what it is that they truly want, they truly desire. And I do feel like this masculine is stuck in a cycle, you know, like I do feel like they're trying to keep their balance. And I do feel like to an extent they are keeping their balance. They're getting help in keeping their balance. But I do feel like there is a cycle that they can't seem to break through. And it's costing a lot of money on their part. Okay, what is this relationship? It is a relationship that's evolving to the next phase. At the moment, I feel like this person is the masculine and I feel like the feminine. They're both healing their inner child. They're both growing at the moment. I feel like you are both growing in your own ways and finding your footing in each, on both of your own paths. Now, I do see a chaser. I seen a lot of codependence in this area. Like I see the chaser codependent, and I see literally codependency in the outcome. So there is somebody needs to work on some codependency issues that they have, like feeling like you need somebody to be in your life. No, you don't. But I do feel like there is that. I also feel like abandonment issues is a huge thing as well that needs to be worked on. I feel like you have it on both parts. Like, I feel like the masculine feels it for some of the masculines because they've literally lost a loved one. And for the feminine, I feel like there's so many people that have walked away from you that you feel like in such kind of way. Like, 3 is prominent, so I think it's like 3 main people that have walked away from this feminine and has made them feel so broken up and so unloved. Like, you know, and I feel like the feminines also have started to see that, hey, you know, like this is fucked up. This is not a way to look at a relationship. So maybe I should come up with something new. There's a new fire in the feminine. And there's fog in the masculine. Like the fog is like cloudy. It's making it hard for this person to really see what is and what is not. Okay. And I feel like it's because the masculine is afraid to be alone. I feel like the masculine might actually be kind of like keeping people on the side here and there. Maybe that's what those 3 things were, like they were placeholders, like people they would bring the children to so that they could stay with them, but also like screw around with them and they go on to the next and to the next. Okay, so the outcome of this relationship, of this situationship, I mean, oh my goodness. The outcome of this connection. So this would explain so much. Like when I remember I said somebody's going to be getting married and somebody's going to be saying goodbye. I'm feeling that for both of this pile. So bear with me. We have, this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So I feel like this is actually referring to, you know, both. It's referring to feminine and masculine. The masculine, like, I feel like they know exactly who it is that they want to be with. They're just having a hard time seeing it or going for it. The feminine already knows who they want, or a similarity of what they want. But I do feel like they have met their romantic partner. They're just trying to manifest this person into coming into their life. We have worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. I do feel like, and this is where it gets tricky, okay? Because I feel like for some of you, and not for many of you, I would say about like 10% of you, I would feel like this person is worth waiting for, you know? I do feel like they are currently going, like if you're a feminine and you're waiting for the masculine, I feel like they're going through some kind of a loss and they're healing that right now. For, you know, and that's the ones that have lost the love, you know. I feel like that's the one that is worth waiting for. For some of the masculines, I feel like the feminine is worth waiting for. They just have to get out of side of their head. And like I do feel like there is some codependency that the feminine kind of needs to work on before you guys can, like, you know, make something happen. But again, that's really up to you. And then you have wedding. This situation involves marriage. So I did say somebody was married. So I do feel like there was a marriage for this masculine at one point, and I do feel like that it's. I don't know if it's still there or not. Um, but yes, there was definitely a marriage at some point. And we also have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Um, hmm. I don't know why, but I'm kind of getting the masculine reads something and it opens his eyes and it like ends up making this the masculine ends up asking the feminine to marry him. And again, this isn't for many of you, it's just for some of you to where, it's like I don't know. I like to see like a card of some sort being given to this masculine from the feminine, and it's like I don't know. It could be a sympathy card or something, or just like showing that they care or something. And like the masculine looks at this card. He doesn't look at it when it happens, but he looks at it later, and he sees it, and he reads it, and it touches him in a way that only makes him want to come closer to the feminine. And this feminine is like I don't know. She was like crying. Like, so I do feel like it was this feminine. It is this feminine, this connection. We have retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So I do feel like for those of you that actually do get engaged to this person, you guys will be retreating, getting away for a while. And I feel like it's because there's like some backlash that comes between you guys coming together. Um, for others, for like actually the majority of you, I feel like it's asking you to disconnect from what's going on, from what people say about this connection, to disconnect from what's um for some of you, you should actually, I feel like disconnect from like the internet for a while, or like from like technology, just like taking a breather from away from it for a while. And for others, if it really is just like, not taking anything that anybody's saying about this situation, because I feel like there's what's seen and what is known. And I feel like you will know more than what you see, because what you see is not all that is. I have no idea. Okay. We also have codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. So, like I said before, there is some kind of codependency here. I feel like it's mainly just abandonment issues, like feeling like somebody's going to leave you. And I'm also feeling like codependent, like feeling like you have to have somebody in your life, that you need them in your life or you don't feel complete. And that is a codependency issue. First of all, you do not need somebody to complete you. You can take care of yourself. You can do you. People just don't want to. And I understand that. I get it, But like at the same time, you don't need somebody else. You want somebody else. There's a huge difference. Like, and I feel like somebody here kind of needs to look up the definitions. Like I feel like somebody really needs to look those up, because there is a huge difference between the two, and somebody doesn't quite understand that. Somebody just feels like they need somebody. You don't need the person, okay? And you needing somebody is not going to make them come into your life, okay? If anything, depending on the situation that person is in, it's just going to push them further and further away from you. So you don't need anybody. You want somebody. And then you have very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. And I do feel like that's something you need to decide. If you want to be, like, if the feminine wants to be with this masculine, you're going to have to wait. They have a few things that they have to go through, that they need to heal before they come towards you, or some stuff that needs to happen before they can come towards you. If it's the masculine, you got to clearly decide what it is that you want. Like, if you want this person, if you want this feminine, then you're going to have to say something to this feminine. You're going to have to go towards this feminine. I also feel like for the feminine, for the manifesting, I feel like you're manifesting exactly what it is that you want, and that's exactly what you're supposed to do. If like if this is not something that you want anymore. And for this one's like a hit or a miss, because I feel like for some of you, for a very few of you, you will be getting married to this person. But for majority of you, I feel like you're going to be walking away from this situation because you're not waiting anymore. Like, It's just so crazy. But we're going to get into the advice on how to have the best outcome come out for you. We have embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. I was just talking about how there is no missing pieces. There is nothing that's missing, And I just feel like you're just contradicting me. Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. Somebody definitely loves you wholeheartedly. Even if you can't see it, they want you to know it. And I feel like you feel it more than you know it. Trust, transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. Okay. Okay, so there is I do feel like for some of you, this person could be currently married in a relationship with somebody in this marriage, right? I feel like that feminine could have ran away or doesn't want to be a part of it. There's something about not completely being there. And I feel like this bothers the feminine. I feel like this might be something that they were really torn up about, like about the relationship that their masculine's in a marriage with somebody else, and it's really torn this person up. And they're like, once you accept things for what they are, things will start changing for you. So just accept, hey, your person is married to this person. It sucks like what they're in, but you can't do anything about it until they want to do something about it. And you still can't do anything about it. They have to get themselves out of that situation if that's what they choose to do. You can only worry about you. You can only work on what you can do for yourself, right? And I feel like once you start seeing that's a situation that this person wants, then it will actually really benefit you into getting what it is that you want a lot faster. I do think that when you embrace this person, like feminine, masculine, whoever I'm talking to, I feel like when you guys embrace each other, it's like you do feel like there are things that didn't always, I don't know, it's like when you hug this person, it's like you guys fit so perfectly together. And that's what I feel like it's meaning by missing pieces. Like you just fit so well together, so perfectly together. Romance, Cupid's arrow strikes. So I do feel like for some of the feminines that are not waiting for their masculine anymore, I do feel like there is going to be some kind of person that perks your interest. Close your eyes and tell yourself that you deserve to feel joyful. You can allow joy into your life regardless of the circumstances you currently find yourself in. So I do feel like you just need to take the time and remember to enjoy every moment, every aspect of life. Just because at times it seems very hard does not mean that's what it's always going to be. It just seems that way at the moment. And also remember, life is an interesting thing and always does things for you in a way that you don't expect. It always gives you things that you don't realize that you need. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. I feel like this is for the masculine, so hardcore, because I was saying clouding your vision. So I do feel like it's talking about how there are emotions that you've been hiding, masculine, that you need to bring to the light, and you either need to deal with them as they are, or you need to speak with somebody about how you're feeling. For some of you, I do feel like it could be the masculine that's married needs to talk to their counterpart that they're married to about what's going on in this relationship, about how they're feeling, so that things can be. Communication is so important in every relationship. It's actually the only thing that really keeps a relationship going is communication, literally constant communication. So I feel like that's something you need to really do. And I also think that you hold a lot of resentment towards this person and you need to let go of that resentment, because that resentment's only going to hold you down. It only brings you down and keeps you low, And I feel like you need to let it go, because first of all, we're all human. We all make mistakes. So whatever it is that this counterpart had done for you, they literally did it for you. If they had cheated on you, if they left you, that's good. It sucks. It fucking sucks and it's very painful and I'm very sorry for that, But I also feel like it happened for you in a way. This person was not right for you. They did not have what you needed, or they didn't need what you have, So you need to move forward and just let that go, because for some of you, I feel like it's like cheating. Somebody had cheated. It's like, they cheated because they felt like there was something lacking in the relationship. Okay, why don't you take a look at your relationship and see what it is that they felt that they were lacking, okay, and then put effort into that. Now, I don't necessarily think you need to do that with that same person. That's up to you. You know if you want to make it work with that person or not, but you could also use it into your next, like, your next relationship, into your next partner. Like, what it is that you were missing from that last relationship, you can bring into the next relationship, because you have now learned that that's what was missing. When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and your memories you have shared with those you love. And I do feel like that's very important for you to remember, is to live in the moments, to be with the people that you love, because those are the memories that you take with you. You don't take material objects. So losing that money, you know, like whatever it is that you're spending your money on left and right, that's not going to get you what you want. I do feel like it actually is talking about a codependency and an addiction. I feel like somebody here has some sort of an addiction to something, and I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's like the masculine, and I feel like there's a feminine that's going to be like, I'm not dealing with that, a freaking addiction, are you kidding me? But there is also a feminine energy that also has an addiction as well, you know, like some has an addiction to the masculine, like to their energy. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. So I do feel like you really need to take a look at what you want, what it is that you truly want. For somebody here, I don't know if it's the masculine or the feminine energy, but there is somebody here that feels like they need to get married. You don't. You don't have to if you don't want to. You don't have to live the life that everybody else has put forth on themselves. You know, you don't have to live that way. I do feel like there is something that's very different about the way that you are living. You do not have to choose this masculine. You could choose somebody else. Like, it is literally your choice. Same for the freaking masculine. You don't have to choose this feminine. You can choose somebody else. It is up to you. It is your life to live, okay? Take fate into your own hands. But yeah, this is all I have for you, my pile 2. I'm going to move on now to my pile 3. I hope this was helpful. If it was, let me know by hitting that like button or letting me know in the comments below how it resonated with you. Otherwise, I'm going to move on to my pile 3. So maybe we meet again. Bye! Ooh, that was a good crack. Okay, my pile 3. If you chose when words fail, music speaks. This is your pile. Okay, so we're gonna start with the feminine energy this time, and then go into the masculine energy. I'm really gonna brush my hair. It's a wreck today. Get my nerves. Okay. First of all, I just want to say, I'm sorry, I'm trying to calm face like a third reading. My booty hurts. Okay, so this is a twin flame connection. For those that like the cards to be shown, twin flame confirmation. This is a twin flame connection, okay? Y'all are in different spots, that's for sure. So, okay, the feminine. So, there's a third party situation, right? And I feel like that was really eating up at this feminine for a long time. It was really eating her up. But she's over that. She's over the heartbreak. She's done with it. Like, there is something that has literally flipped it upside down, and this feminine does not feel the heart. Well, she did, but I don't think she does now. Like, it's a past energy. This is literally what she just came out of. She was so heartbroken over this connection and what was happening. The fact that she could see her masculine being with another feminine. I feel like this feminine felt like she was being like looked over, like being ignored, not being seen. And she felt like this feminine feels like their masculine chose somebody else over them. And they were very heartbroken over it for a very long time. But this feminine has sisterhood, I guess you could say. I don't think that's necessarily what it is, but we'll say that's what it is for this reading. Or coven, I heard coven as well. That is actually really opened their mind up, really helped them see, hey, there's more to this than you're seeing right now. You're only seeing what you want to see in this connection. I do feel like there are two feminines that is helping this feminine energy out, like really helping them to see, hey, a lot of your wishes have come true. Why don't you enjoy the wishes that you've had that are coming true? And they bring a lot of calmness, so much calmness to this person. And I feel like because these feminines have really stuck by this feminine's like side and been like, hey, like look at the things that you do have, look at the wishes that you've had that you've been wanting to come true, like pay attention to that, don't worry about the other things that have been driving you crazy. And I feel like that's exactly what she was doing. I feel like this feminine decided to look at the things that she has, and she's exploring her options is what she's doing. She sees that she has a lot more than she thought she did, and she's like starting to see that. There is something about like with the way, I don't know, it's like as she walks, she like leaves blessings behind as she walks, like I don't know where that's coming from, but that's what I'm kind of getting from this card, is that as like soon as she walks away from things, and as she does it because she's like, I don't know, like she's enjoying life, because like that's what this person is, they're enjoying life for what it is, and it's like along the way there is literally all these blessings that are being left behind from what this person is leaving, because like that was the path that they were on, and there's like blessings from the higher, like from a higher power. I'm also getting that this person is like earning money, like there are side hustles that this person has been like working on, and it's like the side hustles are really benefiting them. They're getting a lot of money from it, or they have more money than they're used to having. I do see this person knows that they have options. They know that there is something that's in the future that they want, But there's something about now. Now this person want like this feminine wants something for now. Like, and I do feel like, again, music is a huge connection between the both of you. Like, not only is it literally the charm that you chose from, but it is also what is around this dude's neck is a music charm that literally has like lines coming from it because you guys send music to each other. Now, I feel like the music that you guys send to each other is actually like how you're feeling, or how like your favorite songs, or just like, you know, things that really stick out to you. But I do feel like you guys are sending music to each other, like with how you feel. Hi, Beebs. All right, so I'm not moving anymore. You either sit and get comfy or you get up. Somebody could be an Aquarius, have Pisces in their chart. But I do feel like they are, this feminine has definitely realized that they have options, and they're actually toying with the idea of going for one of these options, or like they're thinking about going through their options. But they do have the music. There's something about this music that actually makes them stop from going for like something more. Like, not something more, but just for something. Maybe they just need to get laid or something. That's what they're like thinking about. They're like toying with the idea of getting together with somebody. This feminine has not had sex in a long time. Alright, we're going to move into the masculine energy because I don't need no sexual energy all up on my girl. Alright, so masculine energy. There is a masculine that is giving to somebody that is younger than them, giving a lot to this person that is younger than them. There is something about this younger, it's a younger feminine, okay? And this younger feminine shows something to this masculine that keeps this masculine like astounded, like amazed. It's like some kind of a magic that this girl can perform. But the masculine just keeps giving and giving to her. Like, I don't know. And it's just, all right, I want to bring this card a little bit closer. It's so crazy. Okay, so this girl, okay, so this feminine energy that this masculine is giving to, okay, so I don't know if you can see it, but right down here, there's like this pattern, like it's a Celtic pattern, right? And then in the middle is there's like a, like I'm seeing X marks the spot. It's like, this is where you need to be in order for me to show you this, you know, like, and it's like some kind of a trick, right? And like, I feel like that's exactly what he's doing. He's like standing in that exact spot, you know, so that he can see this magic being, you know, that she is doing, that she's performing. And I feel like this magic that she's performing, and she already has money in her hand too, so like she's been given things, like she's been constantly giving it. And handing her one now, and he's reaching in his pocket to hand her another one. But it's just so weird to me because I feel like there's so much hidden to this feminine, like, and it's like she doesn't know how to be herself. That's weird. That's a weird thing to say. But there's also like scarring on her arm. Like, one of her arms has scars. And it's from something that she had done either when she was younger, or she had done that she wasn't supposed to do. And it was like backlash. She's karmic? Is that what's up? I feel like this is a karmic. The masculine is currently with a karmic that he keeps giving to. And she keeps taking. And she just keeps showing him something in the process. It's like she keeps him coming back. But it's like not a fair exchange, really. This masculine is not seeing what is being offered to him. I do feel like the masculine's been meditating a lot, been trying to figure something out. I feel like the masculine's been trying to connect with this feminine energy, you know, trying to connect with them and see, are you interested in being with me? And I think that the feminine is like interested in the idea of being with this masculine. They're both playing with cups, both holding it. They both want to offer it. But the masculine has their eyes closed. The masculine does not see this feminine. He only sees some kind of magic that this young person is playing with in front of him. And what's crazy? I'm getting kind of two different things from this too. Like, there is currently an energy that is distracting the masculine with some kind of, I don't know, some kind of magic, some kind of a power or something, right? And then there is the actual feminine energy here, the divine feminine energy, this masculine's counterpart. You guys have met before. Yes, obviously. But I feel like you guys are in separation, and when you guys had met, like, you guys, all right, so the masculine is slightly older, or might be a bit older than you are, the masculine is older than the feminine is, okay? And there could be like a 5 to 10 year difference. And it's like, I'm seeing 6, so it could be a 6-year difference. And it's like, because this feminine was young and still learning how to work their magic, and they were poor. They didn't have money. They didn't have anything really. It's like the masculine, I don't know. It's like, oh my God, for real? You really did choose that person? That's fucked up. So it's like, because of the state that you guys were in when you had first met, right? Because you always meet your twin flame at the worst time in your life. Like, it feels like it's the worst time in your life. There's a reason why you're meeting them at that time, actually. Because you need a change. Because your spirit is begging you for a fucking change. And your twin flame brings that change when you guys first meet, okay? You may not feel it right away, but you will feel it as it goes on, like, it's like when you first meet, you're like, oh, okay, I know you. I don't know how I know you, but I know you. And then it goes into discovering a million different things about yourself that you didn't see before. And then it's also, and discovering gifts that you didn't know that you had until that moment. And then you're like, the worst things that happen to you happens to you. You go through that. You're in a shitty mood. You're a crappy person. You don't really want to deal with anybody. And you take it out on your twin flame. Your twin flame has to see you at your worst before they can accept you. It's pretty much what it is. So then you guys go through your separation because you guys were mean to each other. And then in that separation, you take that time to heal from the hurting that you have caused and the hurting that you have dealt. Well, all right, that you've dealt and that you got, and that has been caused to you. So it's like you're healing both of those things. And then you're healing other things as well that you didn't quite understand were holding you back from this connection. And I feel like the masculine in this connection did not wait for the feminine in this connection. Just jumped into something else. And the feminine was really fucking heartbroken about it. And I think that's why the feminine is toying with the idea of going for something else. I feel like this person, like, she's trying to decide if she wants to explore or not. Because, like, she knows that what her masculine did. She knows that her masculine chose somebody over her. When they had the opportunity to choose this feminine, they chose somebody else. And this, I feel like the feminine's like, all right, well, you do what you gotta do, but I'm gonna do me now, so fuck you. And I feel like that's exactly what she's doing. And I feel like this masculine does not even see that this feminine was even there, that she ever had this cup to offer. It's like he never saw it. He never got it. It didn't click for him. Like, dude, like, you need to, like, get a coach or something like that, like, to talk to you about how women work, like, for real. Like, I feel like somebody really does not understand how women work or how relationships work. Like, I don't know, there's somebody that does not understand how this love language is. Like, you guys have different love languages. Maybe that's what it is. Okay, so, but I do feel like this masculine is actually currently taking alone time. It's like they're starting to see their own magic, their own power that they have, Like, again, their eyes still aren't quite open all the way, but I do start to think like the little bit that they can see is their own magic that they are causing, the things that they have. I do feel like this masculine is actually alone. I don't think they are with this energy anymore, that feminine energy that was distracting them. I do think that they are alone at the moment, but they're like concentrating on healing themselves. They're concentrating on their own power and making it more their own. Good. Okay, so what is this connection? We already said it's a twin flame connection, so you guys complement each other perfectly. But there is also like there's a codependent relationship as well. Like there is a runner here. Somebody that's been listening to, they have a fear of they have a fear of intimacy. Somebody has a hard time, like somebody in the eyes that could be very intimate for somebody. And there is also somebody that's listening to their ego. Like I also like hear like somebody like, oh, this person's not right for me. They're not good enough for me, or something along those lines. But that's just a fucking horrible thing to say, really. And then we have healthy choices, making healthy choices in love and in life. Self-love, self-care, being happier. I do feel like that is something that you are both concentrating on right now, and that is such a good thing. I'm so happy to see that, because when you both concentrate on yourself, that's when you start, like that's when things will start really coming together for the both of you, and I feel like for the feminine, working on yourself involves working on your money, working on what it is that you truly desire, seeing the things that you already have and being very appreciative of it and enjoying the moment of it. For the masculine, I feel like it's talking about you need alone time and you need to find your own power again. And I feel like that's exactly what's happening. Okay, so the outcome for this connection, okay, we have, of course, we have deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship, and I feel like it's actually both of you. But I do feel like it's more of the masculine not showing how they feel, but I feel like it's the feminine too. Like I feel like you're literally mirroring each other in this situation. You're both not showing each other how you feel about each other. So you're both wearing masks. You're not showing each other, hey, I have feelings for you. You're not saying anything. You're not doing anything. Even when you're around this person, I feel like you have this mask on, like this, I'm not going to show my feelings. It's like you don't want to show them how you truly feel. Which is crazy, because this is true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. This is exactly what we've been looking for, what we've been praying for, what we've been hoping for. I just feel like you're both petrified. I get it. Love is petrifying. It is scary to finally get the one thing you've always wanted in your life. But guess what? You both deserve it. You both have gone through some shit. Don't you think you deserve some good? BB's looking at me like I'm psychotic. All right. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. I feel like somebody's spending a lot of money. I also do see somebody putting money aside. But I do feel like somebody's like spending a lot of money on material things. I'm also seeing like somebody's spending a lot of money on like things that could better their career, but that are not at the moment. And then we have passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. There's going to be a lot of passion between the both of you. Obviously, it's twin flame connection. And then we have healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So I do feel like you both have to forgive your parents. And it's interesting. I feel like the masculine has to forgive his... it's both. He has to forgive both of his parents. There's something that the feminine energy that's done that is hard for the masculine to accept. And then the father of this masculine, I'm hearing, it was not the greatest role model. Don't be like them. That's the greatest thing, being completely different than what they expected you to be. For the feminine, I feel like it's both again, but I feel like it's more like accepting the mother as they are and forgiving the father for what has come, or what had come, what had happened. All right, so advice for the best outcome. We have balance. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. And I so agree with that. People are like, oh, well, you have all of this in common. It's going to be a perfect relationship. Well, what about the things that, don't, because that kind of what pushes you to do better. And then we have power. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. I actually feel like this is talking about the masculine, but it's talking about the feminine as well, like in the mirror image. So the masculine has the power to walk away from whoever he constantly gives to. And I don't feel like they could be in a relationship. They could still be friends, and it's like they're constantly giving to this person, money or helping them out in this way or that. Stop. I get it, they're a friend of yours, but they're just taking from you and they're not giving you anything back. And if they are giving you something back, it's not enough for what you're giving them, And I also feel like this person that continuously takes from you knows exactly what they're doing, and they're doing it on purpose. For the feminine, I do feel like it's talking about if you don't want to wait for this twin flame connection, if you want to walk away from it and go and have some fun with somebody, you can do that. You have that choice to do that. But just know that you're going to actually have to do a little bit of backpedaling as soon as you do that, because you're succumbing to a temptation that is not right for you, I guess is the best way to put it. My beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united. For love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. I'm going to move on because I'm not particularly fond of that card. Sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. So you have 5D sex with your twin flame, and you may be doing that today. Or sometime this week. And then you have playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. And I so agree. I think laughing really genuinely, it's like literally healing. Like it's like literally sewing your heart back up. But it's like having a good time, enjoying one another's time, like laughing and making each other laugh. Like that is like something that really helps healing the both of you. I'm also just like seeing like talking with somebody and smiling, and that smiling is also very healing for the both of you. Give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. See, and I do feel like this love is coming. I do feel like there is a union that is going to happen between the both of you. Okay, if you want to, you can walk away. But what I am seeing from this, the outcome I'm actually seeing is a twin flame union. It's just you're both still healing at the time. It's like, okay, like if you were to look at it from like a tarot kind of deck area, like you guys are the 9 of Cups. Okay, like both of you are at the 9 of Cups. You are almost at the 10 of Cups. You are just right now you're at the 9 of Cups because you're enjoying life, you're figuring it out, you're falling in love with yourself. The same thing with this person, and because you're almost there, you're almost at that 10. You need to continue to go that way. I don't think that you should fall for the temptations. Like, even if you just need to go get laid, go play with yourself. Like, to fucking be a normal person, like a human being. You can do that. It will be okay. Like, I don't know why when I feel like somebody just really wants to go out there and get laid. Like, but I feel like once you do it, as soon as you do it, it's like backlash. I don't know. Like, I think it's spiritual backlash. I don't think it's people are literally going to like down you for that. But like, if you feel like it's just going to be taking a step back. If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind. For the heart is the gateway to the soul. So if you could do anything, what would it be? Like, I feel like there's something that you really need to look at. Like, what is it that you want to be or what you want to do? What is it you want to do? What is it what you want to be? And where do you want to be? Like, sometimes I'll ask myself, where do I want to be in 5 years? And then I'll try to come up with a plan because, like, yeah, you should always have some kind of an idea, some kind of goal of what you have for your life. And then you have secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they're letting on. And I feel like that's your twin flame. I feel like your twin flame has never let you know how they feel about you. I also feel like there is literally a secret admirer for one or the both of you. I don't know if it's for the feminine. I don't know if it's for the masculine. I actually feel like it's for the feminine. But I feel like there is a secret admirer for the feminine, and I feel like they're going to let you know soon that they have feelings for you. This may be what gives you the idea to toy with, leaving this twin flame connection, is because somebody is actually coming towards you with a love offer, which is something that you've been looking for, or something that you've been looking for. But I feel like you really need to look deep within yourself and discover if that's something you truly want or not, or if it's just something that you feel like you're lacking. So, you go ahead and you figure that out. But this is what I have for you for my pile of 3. I hope this was helpful. If it was helpful, let me know by hitting that like button or letting me know in the comments below. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've got for you. I'm going to go now. My foot's about to wake up. Maybe we meet again. Bye!